Hey, what's up everybody, welcome back to another video. On today's video I got a little package that I'm gonna be unboxing with you guys. Here we got a little battery for this car that we're gonna install today, and as you can see I went ahead and modified the terminals on my XF. I went ahead and removed all this so that way I can make it look cleaner, and all I need to do is just get a little tie down for the battery and we'll be good to go. But let me show you guys what I got here. So right here I was opening this package and I thought maybe I can make a video for you guys. So here we got a lithium battery, as you can see. Let me see if I can pick it up with one hand. It's very light battery. So I'm a big fan of these lithium ion batteries. I actually have over 12,000 watts of power in my garage. Powers my welder and all my tools inside my garage, along with an EG 12,000 hybrid inverter. And I was gonna buy one for this car, but the battery on this car is running, it's been holding up actually. Let me show you real quick. So this is the battery I have in my XF, and it's been holding up for quite a while now. The original 8.8 battery. It's a big battery, so very heavy. So as soon as it goes out, I'm gonna get one of these lithium batteries, except it's gonna have more capacity. This one only has 20 amps. So for a daily driver I recommend over 40 amps. For this one, this is a race car, I only need 20 amps. I'm not going to be powering any radios or anything like that. It's just to start the engine. And yeah, I will see. I'll put it on the scale right now, see how much it weighs. But honestly, I really recommend to get one of these batteries. I got this one for, I think it was $160 or so. They're very cheap. It might seem like these are more expensive. I seen them for $600, $800, but those are dedicated car batteries. And if you actually look up deep cycle starting battery, they are a lot cheaper. The only thing is the BMS. These have internal BMSs, and that's the only difference. The cells are exactly the same between a car battery and a deep cycle battery. So if you want to get one of these for cheap, you just make sure it's a deep cycle battery like this one, deep cycle, and make sure it can start a motor. So this one has 650 cranking amps, which is more than enough for my car, and I'm pretty sure it's more than enough for any car. So like I said, I'm a big fan of these lithium batteries. Here I got a couple cells, and as you can see, that's how they look like. I'm balancing these at the moment. I work on these a lot too. I like to work on them, put them together, make big batteries and all that. As you all seen from my previous video when I was transferring the the EEPROM to the other ECU, I have my soldering iron and all that, and that's because I like to work on electronics. So yeah, it's just another hobby that I have, and it's just crazy how you can power your entire house with these batteries. At the moment I'm powering my garage. Like I said, I run my welder, I run my tools, I charge my tools, I run everything, and everything works just fine with my EG 12,000 hybrid inverter. So just wanted to show you guys how these cells look like. On that battery that I showed you, they're a lot smaller. They're about probably like an inch wide, and each battery has 4 of them. So each of these cells is 3.2 volts, makes 12.8 volts total. This is the battery that I had on the car. As you can see, it's a very heavy battery. I'm gonna put it on the scale, see how much it weighs. So 36.8 pounds. 36.8 pounds. Let's call it 37. Can't even pick it up with one finger. Okay. 9.9 pounds. So let's, oops. 9.9 pounds. So let's call that 10 pounds. So we're gonna be saving around 20 pounds with this battery. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to get probably like a little battery tie down because this battery is too small and it doesn't fit on this case. So, oh shit. Don't do what I almost did. I almost connected the negative with the positive and the positive with the negative. So you don't want to do that. It's crazy how light this battery is. So I got the positive connected and here I got the negative. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I went ahead and removed the VMS from this car. So there's no VMS. This is just a regular simple ground cable, and that's the positive. You don't, in a car like this is, like I said, this is going to be a race car, so I really don't care. The alternator itself has a VMS, so it'll still output 13-14 volts and it'll be able to charge the battery. So there's no issues there. I mean, we can hear the fuel pump. There's a, sounds like a fan. I think this is the amp. It's got the fan running. I'm probably gonna plug this. We don't want this thing draining our battery. I'm gonna remove all this crap. But for now, I'm just gonna unplug it. So that way it doesn't drain my battery. But here it is, guys. You got the lithium battery. How light that is. Let's see if I can lift it up with my pinky. Yep. That thing doesn't weigh anything. Okay, so let's start the engine. See if it starts. Let's see. Start it one more time. One more time. Fine. I think it even starts quicker than with the old battery. The starter spins a lot faster. Okay. The engine doesn't want to idle too well because I have the intake off. as you can see, so it takes a while to stabilize. But we got the battery hooked up and looks like it's running perfect. Everything still works. Tail lights, turn signals, headlights, everything. And the battery's gonna get charged just like normal. Everything's all the same. But now we are 20 pounds lighter, which is a plus, especially in these cars. And like I said, eventually I'm gonna get a battery for this one. But for this one I want 40 amps, at least 40 amps, but preferably 60 amps, because I do plan to get a subwoofer for this car. I want to get like a 12-inch, maybe 2. I already have the amp. I got the amp hooked up. I had a 10-inch, but it burned out. Here's the cable for my 10-inch, but it burned out. So for those that didn't know, yes, I did have a system in my car. It's not just racing. I like music too. I'm into big speakers as well. I don't know if you've seen, I have big DJ speakers in my garage. So I do a little bit of everything. So yeah, this car's turning into a race car little by little, as you can see. So can't wait to see what it's gonna do this year at the track. Stay tuned. We're gonna take that car to the track as well. So we'll see what happens. As always, thank you guys for watching.